Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce you to the automotive equivalent of wearing a tuxedo to a mud wrestling match. This is the 2026 Lexus LX 700H, a 7-seater luxury hybrid SUV that promises to save the planet, or at least your conscience, while you conquer it. It is big, it is bold, and it is here to prove that you really can have your cake, eat it, and then drive over the remains of the bakery in absolute comfort. Let us begin with the exterior and the technical specifications, because underneath all that chrome and leather lies a beast of considerable sophistication. Visually, the LX 700H retains the commanding presence of its predecessors, dominated by the massive, frameless spindle grille. It is a design feature that has polarized opinions faster than a political debate at Thanksgiving dinner, yet here it stands, 7 sets of floating bars wide, looking ready to inhale any compact hatchback that dares to cross its path. The LX sits on the GAF platform, a ladder-frame chassis that it shares with the Toyota Land Cruiser, ensuring that its ruggedness is not just marketing fluff, but a tangible reality. Under the hood, we find the heart of this gentle giant. Gone is the naturally aspirated V8 of yesteryear, replaced by a 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 hybrid engine. Do not mourn the cylinder count, for the numbers are impressive. This powertrain churns out 457 horsepower and a massive 583 pound-feet of torque. That's enough twist to rotate the earth slightly beneath your tires. It is paired with a 10-speed direct-shift automatic transmission that shuffles gears with the smoothness of a seasoned car dealer. Performance is brisk for a vehicle that weighs nearly 6,000 pounds. It will sprint from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 6.4 seconds. Towing capacity remains a robust 8,000 pounds, meaning you can haul your boat, your horse trailer, or perhaps a small moon without breaking a sweat. One of the most fascinating technical details is the hybrid system itself. Unlike most hybrids, the LX 700H retains both a traditional starter motor and an alternator. This is a fail-safe measure designed for the true off-road enthusiast. If the hybrid system fails in the middle of the Sahara, the gasoline engine can still start and drive independently. It also features a waterproof battery tray, allowing for a wading depth of 27.5 inches. Yes, you can drive this luxury barge through a river, though I suspect most owners will only encounter deep water in the car wash. Now, let us discuss the Overtrail edition, which adds a layer of rugged capability to the luxury. It comes equipped with 33-inch all-terrain tires mounted on 18-inch matte gray alloy wheels. Crucially, it features triple locking differentials, front, center, and rear. This is serious hardware, folks. It means this Lexus can claw its way up a rock face that would make a mountain goat reconsider its life choices. However, every rose has its thorn. The fuel tank capacity is a rather modest 17.9 gallons. For a vehicle intended for long-range overlanding, this is akin to giving a marathon runner a single shot of espresso and hoping for the best. You will be visiting gas stations frequently, albeit slightly less frequently than in the old V8. We now move to the interior and technologies, which is where you will be spending your time while the world crumbles outside your double-paned acoustic glass windows. Stepping inside the LX 700H is like entering a high-end private club where the membership fee is the purchase price of the car. The cabin is a masterclass in Japanese craftsmanship, a blend of semi-aniline leather, open-pore wood, and aluminum that feels substantial and expensive to the touch. The driver is greeted by the Tizuna cockpit concept, a philosophy that aims to connect the driver and vehicle intuitively. The steering wheel is wrapped in leather and wood, heated of course, and feels perfectly weighted. Behind it sits a 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that displays everything from your hybrid energy flow to the pitch and roll angles of the vehicle. To the right, the center stack is dominated not by one, but by 2 screens. The upper screen is a 12.3-inch high-definition touchscreen that handles navigation, media, and the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto interfaces. It is crisp, responsive, and thankfully devoid of the infuriating trackpad controller of the past. Let us talk about the seats, because they are magnificent. The front seats are heated, ventilated, and offer a massage function that is more therapeutic than a spa day. They are adjustable in 10 different ways for the driver and 8 for the passenger. But the real party trick is in the second row, specifically if you opt for the ultra-luxury or VIP package. Here, the 7-seater configuration is replaced by 2 captain's chairs that are essentially thrones. These seats can recline up to 48 degrees, providing a dedicated ottoman for your feet. You get a dedicated control panel in the center armrest to adjust your climate zone, your seat position, and your massage intensity. There is even a climate concierge system that uses infrared sensors to scan your body temperature and automatically adjust the seat heating, cooling, and air vents to keep you in a state of thermal bliss. For the audiophiles, the LX 700H offers a Mark Levinson reference surround sound system with 25 speakers. Yes, 25. That is more speakers than most people have in their entire house. The sound quality is nothing short of symphonic. Whether you're listening to classical music or heavy metal, the clarity and depth will make you weep tears of joy onto your diamond-stitched leather upholstery. However, if you choose the standard 7-seater configuration, we must address the elephant in the room, or rather, the lack of room for the elephant. The third row is, to put it politely, intimate. It is best reserved for small children or adults you do not particularly like. Accessing it requires a bit of gymnastics, and once you're back there, the high floor, courtesy of the body-on-frame construction and the rear axle, means your knees will be greeting your chin. Furthermore, with the third row in place, the cargo space is a comical 7.2 cubic feet. That's enough space for perhaps 2 briefcases and a very small dog. If you need to carry luggage for 7 people, you'll need a roof box or a support vehicle. Technology-wise, the LX is packed to the gills. It features the Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0, which includes a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, lane tracing assist, and all-speed dynamic radar cruise control. The adaptive variable suspension system constantly adjusts the damping force at each wheel to smooth out imperfections on the road. And let us not forget the active height control, which can raise the vehicle for off-roading or lower it for easier entry and exit. It's a hydraulic system unique to the LX, and it provides a ride quality that is often described as magic carpet-like. It isolates you from the harsh realities of the road surface, making potholes feel like minor suggestions rather than structural events. Another interesting quirk of the hybrid packaging is the cargo floor. Because the nickel-metal hydride battery is located under the rear section, the cargo floor in the 5-seater versions has a raised shelf structure that can make loading heavy items a bit awkward. It's a compromise for the hybrid efficiency, but one that practical users might find annoying. Additionally, while the infotainment is vastly improved, the voice assistant, which you summon by saying, "Hey Lexus," is eager to help but occasionally misinterprets commands, leading to some amusing but frustrating interactions where you ask for a coffee shop and it tries to call your dentist. In conclusion, the 2026 Lexus LX 700H is a magnificent contradiction. It is an old-school body-on-frame off-roader wrapped in the finest modern luxury. It is capable of crossing continents effortlessly, provided there are plenty of gas stations along the way. The positives are undeniable. The powertrain is smooth and powerful, the interior build quality is second to none, and the off-road capability is genuinely world-class. It retains a level of mechanical integrity and durability that is becoming rare in the automotive world. However, the negatives cannot be ignored. The third row is cramped, the cargo space is compromised, and the fuel economy, while better than the V8, is still nothing to write home about. The price tag is also eye-watering, placing it firmly in competition with the likes of the Range Rover and the Mercedes G-Wagon. Yet, the Lexus offers something those rivals often struggle with: absolute peace-of-mind reliability. It is a tank in a tuxedo, a brute in a boardroom suit. If you want a vehicle that will outlive you, handle the apocalypse, and massage your back while doing it, the LX 700H is in a class of its own. Just remember to pack light if you are bringing 6 friends. Verdict: a flawed but deeply lovable masterpiece of engineering.